Jenny McCarthy Show.
Oh!
You are adorable in person.
Oh, my God. Thank you.
And you know what? You
so
wear
beautiful.
those ponytails proudly.
Thank you.
Because you should. They're adorable on you. They make you stand out. I bet you get recognized more because of them.
If I don't have them in, no one even knows who I am.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, my God. My little puppy is going crazy for you right now.
I know.
She's like, oh, my God, that looks like a fluffy mommy.
That's right.
Margaret Josephs, welcome to my show, Real House of New Jersey. You guys, Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock on Bravo. Congratulations on the success.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you so much.
5 words to sum up the season.
Good, bad, ugly, epic, and amazing.
Out of the 5 women, how many of them have you pissed off?
2.
Which ones?
Siggy and Dolores.
Now let's get real about the Soggy thing, okay? Now, I was just dissecting this with a friend of mine, Erin, Leah Martin. She has a podcast talking all things reality. We have to hook you up later with her.
Oh, thank you.
So she's a huge fan. She said you're doing an amazing job.
Ooh.
Loves you. Big shout out. But we both dissected this episode, and not the episode, the season. Mm-hmm. And I think the issue is with Soggy is that she basically introduced you to the group. And like many high schoolers, when we introduce our summer girlfriend to our high school friends, and our high school friends like our summer friend, they get jealous.
That's a good analogy.
Oh my God, she is going crazy for you. She's never done this.
Oh, I feel happy.
But would you agree with that analogy?
I think you're absolutely right. I think that is the right analogy. But, you know, Siggy and I weren't such good friends to start out with. We lived in the same town, but I think that's the way she's feeling. It is very high schooly, and it's appalling. But our friend Jody Goldberg, our mutual friend Jody Goldberg,
yes,
had introduced me to Siggy, Jody who works for me, and we were really just friendly acquaintances. So her idea of rolling out the red carpet, introducing me to her friends. Yeah,
like you guys didn't have a blood bond.
No,
a bond or
not at all. We never
sisters.
braided each other's hair.
Right?
We never cuddled up and things like that. So of course she was just very offended. But I just call it like it is, and then we move on. We're grown adults. We're not in high school. She never really moved past it.
No,
never moved past the high school phase.
But don't you think it's kind of ironic coming from a relationship fixer-upper?
Yeah. Yes, I find it very interesting. It's like going to a dentist with bad teeth, Jenny. I mean, you're going to show up with a dentist with bad teeth, so she can't fix her own relationships. I don't know. That's what I was taken aback. So she was very offended when I asked her, well, how are you a relationship expert? You can't even mend these fences. I don't know what was going on with her.
I can't. And then you guys have this huge blowout fight.
Oy.
I mean, I don't even know where to begin, but you kind of, I guess, what were you put the words out there because I don't want to.
Okay. She was Kim D, the whole story with Kim D. I'm not into character assassination. If you call someone a bitch or, you know, we're having an argument and you don't like the way someone treats someone, that's one thing. But when you're character assassinating and hurt someone's entire family and ruin their reputation and annihilate someone, I'm not into that. I don't want to associate with that. I can erase them from anything I've ever done. So when that woman, Kim D, was doing that to Teresa and Melissa, and her only goal in life is to ruin their family and their reputation, I'm not interested in ever even meeting her, knowing her, or having anything to do with her. So I didn't feel, you know, and Melissa was trying to explain this to Siggy. It just was not sinking into her. When Siggy said, I, only judge people by the way they treat me. I have never, that analogy, is the most stupidest thing I've ever heard. So of course I made an extreme analogy. Hitler wouldn't have killed me. That doesn't make him a good person. Yes, it was an extreme analogy. She could have said it was in poor taste. I just want to clarify. I used it on my ex-husband all the time, who's Jewish. I raised Jewish children. My kid had a bar mitzvah. I mean, I'm like Myrna Rosenblatt. I'm
You're
like
not
a Jewish girl.
anti-Semitic.
I am not anti-Semitic. It's the opposite of anti-Semitism. I said he is a bad man. I judge people by the way they treat others. That's what's wrong with this world, Jenny.
Right.
I mean, you cannot judge people by the way they treat you.
No.
I mean, how do you describe someone evil if you can't reference someone evil?
It's kind of shocking coming from someone that considers themselves an expert in healing relationships.
Well, I just can't understand how a supposed smart woman cannot understand an analogy and say, no, and she was like, I said it to the only Jewish girl there. As far as I'm concerned, I'm Jewish. I raised a Jewish family. I belong to a temple. I celebrate Jewish holidays and Christian holidays. So I was very taken aback. I mean, I would never, that's also a character assassination and a slanderous thing to say to me.
I mean, you had to be very hurt.
I was mortified. I was actually in shock. I could not believe she went there.
Right.
And everybody has come to my defense, and everybody knows. I mean, on Christmas, I have 120 Jewish people at my Christmas party because they don't want to eat Chinese food. Those are my closest friends. It's disgusting. Everybody, even Dolores had to say that has gone too far.
I mean, it is like the worst thing you could say. And
yes.
And I'm sure, like you said, affected your family.
Yeah. Again,
your personal life.
I could see why she's friends with Kim D.
Now,
that's all I could say. Well, yeah, it's a character assassination. It's a character assassination.
I mean, is there any lower of a blow that they can do?
No.
Anyone can do?
Nope. I say when you pull a stunt like that, that's it for me.
Can you forgive her?
You will see further in the season. I think the apology was forced out of her. I think none of her apologies are genuine. About as genuine as her extensions and eyeshadow.
Who is her army? She's got an army of fans that come out online and defend her. Do you think it's family members or?
No, I think it's I don't know. I think one might be her publicist. I think it's these fake little people that hide behind the computer that I don't even know who they are. I find it kind of entertaining because it's just ridiculous. It means nothing to me.
I mean, I think that's why a lot of people like you is that you kind of speak your mind.
Yes.
You get it. You're kind of street smart. Can you save her from the dog, Michelle?
No,
I feel like she's about to breastfeed.
I love this. By the way, I want to borrow her. Do you need a dog sitter? Marge Sr and I are obsessed with dogs.
She's like, I've never seen her do this to one person.
See?
I don't know. It's your spirit animal, I guess.
Yes, yeah. Well, we look alike. Our hair.
So getting back to Siggy, are there deeper issues other than she's jealous of you becoming famous, popular, well-liked? Is there something going on in her own?
I can't really speak to that. I've never had this reaction from anybody. I'm in life shock about it because I've never seen a grown woman respond this way to other women. I work on a team of girls. I'm really a girl's girl. And that's what it is.
And it comes across like that. And that's where I go, you have to see people are mainly on your side.
Yes, and I would say people who didn't even like me have written to me, and they're just like, I didn't like you at the beginning of the season, but this has gone too far. I love you. And even I've never blocked anybody before. Even people who write negative comments to me, I don't block them. I don't block anybody. You know, I welcome the negative as much as the positive. I mean, people have told me I look old. They hate my pigtails. I have cellulite. I don't say a word to them. You know, I take it all with good stride.
I know. That's how I feel.
Yes.
I'm like, whatever. You take the good and the bad, take them both.
Exactly. I put myself out in this form, and I'm ready to take it off.
Exactly. Oh my God, I love you. Are you Scorpio?
Okay. No, Aries.
Okay.
Are you a Scorpio?
Yes.
Oh, my husband's Scorpio. Aries and Scorpio are very good together.
Yeah, they are. You're a little fire. You're a little spitball.
Yes.
You like excitement.
Yes,
too.
I love excitement.
You get bored quick.
Yeah. Yes.
See, I know a little bit of my astrology book that I wrote. Okay, so when is the last time you spoke to any of them?
I spoke to Danielle last night. I spoke to Melissa the other day. I texted with Teresa the other day.
What are you guys talking about?
Well, Danielle and I are together. I mean, we're together all the time. She lives around the corner from me. So we're always talking about something. Melissa and I are catching up. Let's get together for the holidays because both our husbands are in construction. They're both height challenged. They like to be together. They're both, so we talk. I was checking on Teresa because her dad's been sick.
I know.
So I just check up on her.
Did you know Teresa at all before this?
No, I knew none of the other girls before this.
Tell us as viewers what it's like to be around Teresa as a friend.
She is very warm, very fun. She is such a doll. And we bonded very quickly because, unfortunately her mother had passed away right in the beginning of the season. And I think that bonded us very quickly because she opened up. She was very deep. And I think that made us close very quickly. So she's just really just a fun, nice person, not judgmental at all. And she's very deep, and I get a big kick out of her. I find her extremely entertaining. I love when she mispronounces something. On her, it's very charming. Yeah, I mean, even she couldn't even pronounce anti-Semitic. It was adorable. Yeah, anything comes out of her mouth, it's cute. I don't know. On her, it works.
I mean, we watched Teresa grow up, that's for sure, and I think jail will do that to you.
Yeah. Yes.
But her and watching her kids go through this also.
I know, and that's it changes you, and she's never going to be the same. And her daughters are amazing, and she's an amazing mother.
She sounds like she's like learning how to be, and she is independent.
Very independent, very strong. She's an amazing daughter. I mean, the way she is with her father, she brings him everywhere. She's an all-around amazing woman. I have to give her a lot of credit. I could not be that strong. I think I'd be having a breakdown.
I know, I would be too.
Yes.
I think I would absolutely have a boyfriend on the side also.
I mean, listen, I was married and I had a boyfriend and I married him. So, I mean, look at me.
I love that. Your relationship with your mom is amazing. Is she still single?
Marge Sr. is perpetually single. I think she'd have a hard time getting married, but she's a big dater. Big
How old
dater.
is she?
71.
Wow.
No plastic surgery at all yet. She's trying to get me to get her a facelift. We're trying to go in for a 2-for-1.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of plastic surgeons that want to get on TV that will give you that deal.
Yeah.
Did anything happen with that guy you set her up with?
Steve is our accountant. They've always had a big flirtation, and nothing. They have gone on a few other dates. I don't know if anything's going on. They're not telling me.
Does she
about.
still have sex?
Marge Sr. has probably more sex than I do.
Come on.
Anytime. I'm not kidding you, Jenny. I don't want to know. It's TMI. Like I say TMI. My other girlfriend was talking about, this guy was winging me around the room. I'm exhausted. I'm not into that. She goes, well, give him my number. I'm like, Marge Sr., I don't want to know. Yes.
Is she a bigger freak in bed, do you think?
Much more than me. I think I'm getting lazy in my old age. Jenny? That's what I say to my husband. I'm just like, Joe, you do all the work. And my mother's like, telling me she used to wake up her boyfriend in the middle of the night. I'm like, Ma, I don't want to know.
No.
Yes.
Well, I think that's the difference between having a boyfriend and a husband.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I got a lot more accomplished when I was the girlfriend.
Now, you said you don't have a conventional relationship on the show. What did you mean by that?
You know what? I always say I run the style guide. Meaning anything to do with style. Fashion, the design of the house, the dinner reservations, everything else. He runs the manly duties, but he lets me be the boss in a lot of areas except in the bedroom.
Okay.
That's what I say. Then I acquiesce. Then I let him be the total dominant man. But also, listen, I run a business. I'm a strong woman. I'm probably not easy to deal with. He has to deal with women constantly. Everybody works out of my house.
What does he think about you on the show?
He just goes with it. I am actually shocked how easy he is with it. I'm starting to think he thinks he's getting his own spin-off. He's like a fame whore. He loves it. Look at him. I got him those veneers on his teeth. He's smiling on the camera. I mean, he's like very cute about it. He loves it. He's so easygoing.
Do you watch any of the other Housewives franchises?
I do. I was obsessed with New York.
Always.
I was always obsessed with New York. And of course, Dorinda is I can't say Dorinda's not my favorite. What's not to love about Dorinda?
I fucking love her.
Right? She's so up my alley.
Those drunk toasts are everything.
She is so funny, but just her style, I love her.
What do you
She's
think
so
of
real.
Bethany?
I like Bethany. She's very, very strong.
Scary.
I could be scared of her. Scared of her, but she's smart and she's snarky, and I love that also. What's not to love about something like that?
Now, going into the show, what was your biggest concern?
I didn't really have a concern.
You didn't?
No. I just was like, I'm going to be my normal self. You could see, I'm just the same way I am in real life.
That's why it works. People can smell authentic and they can smell bullshit.
I think you're right. And my friends from kindergarten are like, oh my God, you haven't changed since kindergarten.
Yeah, and you know what? I think Siggy looks like she's trying too hard.
I think, I've seen her act like that in restaurants in Tenafly as well. But that might not be how she acts at home. When her and I were alone in the hotel room, not on camera, I really liked that Siggy.
Right.
But I feel like she might have to feel she has to put something on. She was not comfortable in her own skin, and it's unfortunate.
I feel like she wanted to come on the show, much like Bethany came on and created the Skinny Girl empire. I think Siggy was really looking to become this like relationship expert guru and try to say, let me show you how I can make both sides come together.
She's no Tony Robbins. I mean, and I think that's what she wanted to come out as, and it's just not going to happen.
It's not.
No, it's not. It's not very authentic.
What is her biggest flaw?
I think her inauthenticity. Her most authentic moment is her inauthenticity. And I think if she would just be comfortable in her own skin. Listen, it's great. I agree. I love that she talks about her plastic surgery and everything else. But if you want to change every single thing about yourself from your youth, when she says, I grew up in a 2-bedroom apartment, I was so embarrassed. What are you embarrassed about? Why would you say that? Why do you have shame from when you were younger? You know what? I grew up with a single mother. Yeah, she spent her last dollar on a lipstick. There was nothing ashamed. I never even knew to be ashamed when I was younger. I was proud, crazy, and meanwhile, everyone's probably hiding their husband from my mother. You know what I mean? The woman was walking around with freaking hot pants. And, I adore the 70s because that's when I grew up. I loved everything about my childhood. I didn't realize it until years later I had a fucked up life when I was in therapy.
So do you think she tries to project a victim type
Yes, and I think that's exactly what it is when she's like, look at the way I grew up and, all this negative connotation, and her parents are unbelievable people who hustled for her and are amazing, and her father's this, amazing scholar, and to say that she had shame growing up is disappointing because there was really nothing to be ashamed of, and I have nothing but I'm proud of my mother. She was a single mother, a hustler. When I used to walk on the street with her, all I wanted to do was look like her. Meanwhile, she probably looked like a Russian hooker. But I thought she was the most gorgeous thing. She had wigs and velvet hot pants.
Oh, my God, I want to be her.
Yeah, Marge Sr. was like a sex kitten galore. And I was like, I just wanted to grow up and be her.
Oh, I'm talking to Margaret Josephs, Real Housewives of New Jersey. Let's talk about your entrepreneurial side, your business, Macbeth Collection. How did you get started?
I actually started, Jenny, at my kitchen table. I was a dress designer in the garment center.
Shut up. I love this.
Yeah, I started at my kitchen table, decoupaging my own prints that I designed on buckets. You might have had them. We sold them in the Hamptons. We sold them in kids' stores. They said flip-flops. Yeah. They could have had your monogram on them. They had dog toy ones. Yep. They were $60, $80, $100. We did trays, and we did all these great things. And I sold them everywhere, be it Neiman Marcus, Saks, every place. And it was in business for a very long time. We had our own factory in West New York, which was crazy. And in 2009, a lot of the bigger retailers were coming to me and saying, Margaret, you have a great style. It was very preppy, monogram driven, but we designed great prints, very Poochie-esque. I always say Lily Pulitzer on crack because it was bright and colorful. And I got into licensing. They said, what are the products can you make for us? And, I didn't have the capital or anything else to really make tons of other products. So licensing is basically other companies would contract me to have my name and my style and my look.
What Trump did in New York.
Exactly. But I just don't put my name on it. We design the products. Like we have a luggage line and a company that makes luggage. We design it for them, everything else, and we get paid on royalty. They manufacture it, produce it, ship it, sell it, but it's my styling, my name, and everything else. And we do that on tons of different products. We have cosmetic bags. We have an apparel line.
I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, so I started doing that in 2009, and it really grew my business. But we're like a luxury for less brand, and we sell everywhere, from TJ Maxx to Target.
I mean, I absolutely love, and that's why I try to tell everybody on the show, like, everyone can do it. It's possible.
Oh, it's
you
absolutely
started on your
possible.
Kitchen freaking table.
Yeah, it was 50% delusion, 50% determination. That's what I always say.
I wanted to learn how to sew, and I started making clothes, and I did one fashion show, and it exhausted me so much of like figuring it all out, but I still have a desire for it. But I'm like,
Jenny, anybody would license you. I mean, just your name alone.
But I don't want a license. I want to actually.
No.
I like to actually.
No. You got to be Jenny McCarthy. Everybody wants to look like you, be you. You would kill it in licensing.
Crazy. They must have the worst taste ever.
No, you'd kill it.
That's very nice of you to say.
It's true.
Maybe you can teach me a few things.
In 2 seconds, I'd get you a deal. We'd walk out that door.
Oh, my God. We're exchanging phone numbers. Margaret
sure.
Joseph, you are a delight. Anything else you want to tease about the season?
Well, you get to see my 50th birthday party.
Oh, my God.
Which is very fabulous. You'll love it. And it's a disco party, because I'm all about the 70s. So it's very Studio 54. And I think you guys are going to love it.
I can tell you the best Housewives fights are when there's a themed party.
You're right.
Nothing like a fight when you guys look absolutely dressed up ridiculous. If someone's in a giant afro wig or a big, dressed up as Cher and they're fighting, it's amazing.
Yeah, there will be a little scene.
Who's involved?
But
it can't be you because it's your birthday.
Well, even if it's my birthday, there's a little something happening. But it's not horrific, but it's entertaining.
Now, is Siggy invited?
Siggy's invited. I always have good manners,
See,
Jenny.
you do. You're not blocking anyone on Twitter?
Never. I don't block anybody, even though I've been blocked since the beginning of the season from her. I mean,
it's crazy the stuff she says. She lashes out on Twitter.
Oh, my God. It's embarrassing. Does it not make your vagina hurt? It's so embarrassing.
It makes my soul hurt.
Yes, I know. You know what? I can't even address it. It's so not my style, and everybody it's actually it's gotten to be entertaining. It's like the crazy woman who's ranting. She should be on Housewives of Bellevue. There's nothing else to say.
That's the quote.
That's
that I needed. It says it all.
It says it all.
Margaret Josephs, thank you so much. Real Housewives of New Jersey, Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock on Bravo. Congratulations on your success. I'm really, really happy for you. I think you're a great addition.
Thank you,
You really
Jenny.
turned up New Jersey to make everyone want to watch it again.
Thank you so much, Jane. Thanks so much for
Got
having
it.
me.
Thank you. We'll be right back, you guys.
Jenny McCarthy Show. Oh!